Yo, so today it's time to do some work on the green. I haven't put any liquid fertilizers out on the green for it'd be 2 months. Haven't done it for a while. Oh, I put some in hand out, sorry, about a month ago before the wedding, and some granular fertilizer. So that's why I haven't done it. But we're coming into a bit of a transition season right now. Pre-emergent time is round about now. If you're in a warmer climate, you can wait a little bit longer. But for cool season grass, it's actually starting to grow quite a bit more again because the night temps are starting to drop. So it's time for me to get some PGR down in this green because it is starting to bump up in the amount of clippings that I'm getting off it. So today I'm gonna put some fertilizer on the green, but also put out some Plant Growth Regulator to slow down the top growth of this and keep it nice and healthy, because I can't get to daily mowing at the moment. I've just got too much office work. Days of our lives, I know, it's first world problems. But sometimes you just need to slow the growth down so you're not taking off too much when you're mowing your lawn. So that's what we're gonna do. Still a good time to do that with your warm season grass too, believe it or not. Cool season grass is starting to speed up, but warm season grass is still growing nice and strong. So a bit of a transition period. So today that's what we're gonna do. Gonna show you guys some updates on the sprigs. Just enjoy it, you know? Enjoy doing something outside. Tell you what, it's nice for the weather to be cooling down a little bit. Nice to have a little bit of a change in season. The green's looking really, really good. Just needs a little bit of liquids to get some more color back into it. But apart from that, it's looking pretty dang good. Now with a normal lawn, you probably wouldn't need to keep liquid fertilizer up as often as I do here, which is every 3 to 4 weeks to help maintain color. But we're on sand base here, and we're still building up the nutrients in this because it was straight sand with basically nothing in it. Now, I might take a plug out today and show you guys the root system and how much liquid fertilizer has really helped this thing develop and push the roots down really low. Like it stays, it's very, very good with water. I'd say the ryegrass struggles a little bit more, even though it's in clay soil and it retains more moisture. The bent grass just seems to survive a lot more. But we're only gonna be pre-mowing the green today, not the ryegrass, because I've actually got a few things coming up on the ryegrass, trying to kill some weeds in it next week. Spot spray, some Roundup, and a couple other things ready for a renovation probably in the next month. Core aeration, overseed, and getting things prepped. So that's why I didn't put pre-emergent on the ryegrass this season. I'll show you guys an update of the sprig in a minute, but let's go mix up all this stuff in a second and just talk about how Primo works, or Plant Growth Regulator, or also Astro, which I stock on my website. So I've talked about Plant Growth Regulators many times on the channel, but I always like to refresh because there's new guys that come through. But Plant Growth Regulators are going to help slow down the top growth of your lawn. It's still going to grow, but it's going to grow a lot more slowly. Now what it basically does, it helps your lawn sort of thicken up and tiller, which tillering means instead of having one leaf blade shooting off at the crowns down at the base of your plant, you'll actually have a few shoot out there, which makes your lawn look visibly thicker, because it is thicker, but it's not going to help it spread sideways. That's a misconception that I always seem to run into with people. People seem to think that it's actually help your lawn move sideways. It just helps it thicken up, which can give that appearance, but it's not going to help areas repair. So if you've got big bare spots, don't put Plant Growth Regulator on there thinking that it's going to help your lawn repair. But it does help make it look a little bit thicker. It does actually help a little bit with the pressure from heat too, because it's actually growing a lot slower, so it's not using as much energy. And it does help promote a deeper root system, and it also gives your lawn a little bit more color too, because we're shortening the length between the nodes, and the cells in the plant aren't elongating as much, so it stops that, prevents that a little bit, which then in turn allows for a deeper, darker green in your lawn. Now, when you're putting Plant Growth Regulators out, make sure you always start at a lower rate when you first use it. So even if you go half rate to what's recommended on the label, so say if you choose IQ or something, it may say 20 mil per 100 square meters. Go 10 mil per 100 square meters because your lawn needs to get used to Plant Growth Regulator. You may get a little bit of discoloration the first time you use it. You may not. Warm season grass tends to discolor a little bit more the first time while it's getting used to it. So it's a great idea to use some liquid iron alongside that. So some Brilliance or some of my enhanced product you can pair alongside it to sort of combat that discoloration you can get in your lawn, but stick to the lower rates and you're going to be pretty dang safe. And also make sure you don't apply it in the heat of the day because for one, liquid iron, if you apply in the middle of the day, can burn your lawn a little bit. So be aware of that if it's really, really hot, and Plant Growth Regulator can too. So just be aware of that. Make sure you apply it when your lawn is not stressed and it's healthy. It's had plenty of water, even if you have to, water it the day before, just so it's ready for the application. But hey, it's a huge time saver using Plant Growth Regulator. I'll be able to cut back from mowing every 2 to 3 days. So honestly, I could almost go to once a week once the regulator kicks in after about 4 to 5 days, which is super handy for me because the plant's gonna be so much healthier when you're not taking too much off at a time. The general rule of thumb is don't take more than a third of the leaf off. I'd say I've broken that rule about 10 times this season over most of the property, especially the cooch. I just have not been able to keep up with it. So it's time we get on top of stuff, you know? The time is now. And just get things looking schmick again and maintaining things properly. Sometimes you just fall behind. It's just life, but we can always bring it back. Just need to put a little bit of work into it. Now, just quickly before we go up and mix up the fertilizer and the Plant Growth Regulator, let me show you how the sprigs are going. So lots of weeds coming up, as you can see. This is all pig's weed or purslane popping up. Super easy to get rid of. But still, it's coming up because we're watering this thing like crazy, so weeds germinate at the same time. This is a battle you'll find you'll have if you are doing the same thing, same when you're seeding. You'll have it coming up. Now, there is some of the sprigs starting to shoot and root down. It's taking a little bit longer. We had a few cool nights, but we've got these little sections here and there now starting to shoot. So I don't know if you can see that on camera. I don't want to pull it out because I want it to survive. Bit of tiff tuff there, bit of tiff tuff there. There's like spots here and there and everywhere. Now it's mostly, believe it or not, in the thinner patches. I found where I put it way too thick, hasn't really come up. It's actually where it's thinner, which is good to know. It means next time I'll just be a little bit less generous when I spread it out. But there is areas absolutely everywhere. Some more here, a nice little chunk just there. They're starting to pop up too, which is awesome. We're starting to see it really, yeah, heaps through here. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another piece there. Lots, oh wow. This is more than I've seen before, to be honest. Lots and lots and lots of new little shoots. Let's pull one out for the sake of it. But lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of new shoots starting to come out. That's actually was rooted down nicely down in the soil too, which is good, but it's coming out absolutely everywhere. I found the part up there that we just basically had clippings out. Basically nothing has germinated, tiny bit, not a lot. But where I've gone thinner with more stolons and rhizomes through this area here, there's been a ton that has come up. That's not tiff tuff there, that's a little bit of common cooch looking at that. So I'm gonna pull that out. You can tell because it's just got that really, it's just a lot thicker on the leaf blade. Looks a little bit softer too. So that definitely is not tiff tuff. So that is getting out of here. We don't want to be dealing with common cooch. If I do see common cooch coming up in it, it's either going to be picking out like that or painting with Roundup. That's the only thing we're going to be able to do, because you're not going to be able to spray cooch out of cooch. It's just not going to happen. But it's good to see a lot of it's starting to come up now, so I'll probably need to scarify again probably next week and spread some more out across the area. Next time I go thin, and I may put some top dress over top too. But don't be scared if you do this and it looks brown and nothing is happening. It can take 2 to 3 weeks to up to a month to even see something happening. Depends on your soil temps, depends on how moist you keep it. There's so many variables in there, but we've got signs of grass coming up all over the place now. And some of it looks brown on top. Then you actually pull back a lot of the dead material and you will find some of this green stuff popping through. Now, wow, that's an actual full-on sprig that's come out from over there. Look at that. And there's grass all over it. Wowzers, that's cool. Look at that. That one there was only just rooted in and it's just popped out. So if I try and squish it down in the soil, that should survive. But very happy with that so far. So I could probably give this some granular fert soon, to be honest. Just try and push a little bit. I may even do some spoon feeding with urea, just to really get some nitrogen in there and things pushing. So when you're using something like some Primo or some Astro or just some Plant Growth Regulator in general, make sure you just wear your gum boots, protect your feet because it's still a chemical, and make sure you're wearing at least long pants and a long sleeve shirt. I'm just going to wear these overalls because I can't bother getting into some hotter gear like that, so it just makes it easier for me. Make sure there's no spiders in your boots because I found a red-backed one once. Disgusting things. Now with Nourish and Brilliance, I use it at 200 ml per 100 square meters, same with the Vitalize too. So this is my lawn tips mix. All of these products I like to apply at that rate, and they're all compatible with each other, so feel free to mix them. I get that question like daily on the emails, is can you mix all these products together? Yes, you can. Make sure you put them together with at least 4 litres of water per 100 square meters too. So just times that whatever you need. That'll go over your area twice. It may be less for you, it may be more water. You'll find out once you do it. Don't stress if it's even down at 3 litres, even 2 litres to be honest, you'll be fine. Don't need to water these products in once you've used them. Okay, that's the perfect amount of that. Just had enough left. Now, I've used Plant Growth Regulator on my green a few times. We've got no Primo Max in stock at the moment. We've got Astro, same active in there, so you'll be fine to use the Astro. This is just what I have on the shelf, what I've got left over. So we're gonna go the higher rate because I've used it a few times. So 2 to 10 mil per 100 square meters. So we're gonna go up at 10 mil. So we're gonna use 50 mil of product on this area. So when it comes to applying Primo Max, make sure that you don't mow at least 6 hours either side of the application, because you can get a little bit of burn and it's just not worth it. I've seen lawns go a little bit grey coloured if people do that. So to make sure you're very careful. Now, today we're not using Enhance, so I'm not too stressed about applying in the heat of the day. I mean, the temperatures today are 25 is the top. It's currently like 23, so it ain't that hot. Like, this is orange for you. Not too stinking hot. Biggest thing is don't water in afterwards and don't mow afterwards. Well, that is all done and dusted. As I said, remember, don't mow it 6 hours afterwards and try not to water it for about, I mean, it only has to be 4 hours, but I like to do 24 hours just in case. Me and I got hot and sweaty wearing that spray suit, but great to be safe in that sense. I always like to harp on about that because I've seen guys going out in thongs putting insecticides out. Please don't do that. It's a little bit silly. Do you like my original lawn tip shirt? This is like a really old one. Think about revamping the merch soon and doing a rotation of like limited edition shirts every couple of months. Let me know if you guys are keen for that. But something I'm looking at doing in the next little bit. Same with hats too, and we'll rotate new ones out every now and then just so it's not the same design, because I've had the same design for like 4 years now, so I think it's time for a change. But anyway, good to have that done. It's going to make a huge difference to this lawn. Now be aware you can do this if your lawn has some bare patches. Just don't spray the PGR near those bare patches. That's the biggest thing. If your lawn's coming back from renovation, don't put it down till your lawn is back from reno, like at least a month afterwards. It's not going to help it repair quickly. And don't do it to a stressed out lawn or a lawn that's under pressure from disease too. So make sure you're very aware of all those things when you're putting something like some Astro out on your lawn. But anyway, thanks guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Excited to show you guys some more updates on the Sprigs next week. And lots of things in the works at the moment behind the scenes, and I'm keen to show you guys very soon. Anyway, thanks guys so much for watching. Appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next vid. Bye.